I need you to know I'm like breaking it down over here. Like this music is such a bop. One must imagine the Kiri breaking it down. Do 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 do. I have no channel points. You use them all up on hydrates? Yeah, I did manage to set up some new channel point redeems today. Cause I keep saying that I want some redeems where you can put sounds and stuff on stream. And I thought I needed to like download a separate thing or like set up something else. But no, it turns out you can do it through Twitch's built-in alert box, and I finally figured that out today. So hi, you said Namaiki, right, is what you want me to say instead of green snick? Hi Namaiki. Oris Greed, well, wing my ding, hello. I always call you by like your full name, like Oris Greed. I never just say like Oris. If you wanna. Okay. But yeah, I set up some redeems because I've been wanting to do that. Hold on. Redeem. Let's see if this works. It's a little quiet for me. I don't know how loud it is on your end, but Nama or Sneck? Okay, cool. Is it gonna go through? That's amazing. Oh, I'm so glad it works. I might throw on my fan really quick. I'm like a little warm already. We just started. Too quiet? I know. I don't know how to make it louder. I guess I can turn down my music a little bit, but I don't know how to make it inherently louder. It's just like an audio file that I added. Unless I like boost the audio file and then re-upload it. I don't know how to do it. Hold on. Let's just throw on the ceiling fan. The virtual ceiling fan in my digital space. Here, now that the music is quieter, let me try and redeem it again for you and see if this is better balanced. Hey, Bad Maxlat. Oh, it's still Bad Maxlat. It's just on YouTube. Have to be on YouTube because Twitch is being mean. I'll try again later. Wait, what do you mean Twitch is being mean? Did something happen? Is it like not letting you watch stream or something? That's odd. Here, I also really like the ew. I'm obsessed with this. I don't know how to make it louder. But I'm glad it is a possibility now. I think that's fun. The stream on my end is glitchy. Oh, weird. My connection and everything seems to be good. I don't have any dropped frames, so not sure why that would be. If anyone else is having issues, please let me know, but as far as I can tell, my bitrate is good. I'm not dropping frames. But keeps cutting the audio out. Oh, that's weird. I hope it's not because of the redeems. So YouTube for now. Well, I hope it works. That's odd. Let's bonk Twitch. Funnily enough, I have to be on Twitch because YouTube is being weird. What? That's so weird. Yeah, it sounds like it must be your like individual devices then, because if each of you is having a problem on a different platform, yeah. Weird. Let me see. Oh, not this. I keep always opening the wrong... There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. So... We're getting started here. Okay. So yeah, sorry for my brain is shutting off. I'm just like trying to test everything, making sure that our connection is good. But yes. You can't even hear it. What? Why can't you hear it? Here, I'll redeem it for you again, because why can you not hear it? Oh, it's so quiet. Dang. Okay, let me see. Twitch, alert sounds too quiet, because that's so quiet. Rip. Hey Nifrin, welcome in. How are you today? Sorry, we're troubleshooting some new Twitch stuff, but I will get started coding in just a second. Oh, you know what? I think when I was setting it up on Twitch side, there was like a bar, like a volume bar. I can probably literally turn that up. Let me find it. Here. Visuals and sound. It's at 50% volume. I can turn it up and see if that helps. Is that thunder outside? What is that? It was raining pretty hard earlier. Okay, all of those should be turned up. Let me test one really quick. They were not jingled. Back to Twitch. Awesome. I'm glad it's working for you. Okay, let's try again. It's still pretty quiet, but at least it's like more audible. Not sponsored. Okay, it sounds like that's better, but I'll have to go in after stream and like just pump up the volume on my voice. The Jingle My Balls is pretty quiet, but it's just because the clip is quiet, I think. So I'll fix it later. But good to know it works. Okay. So now y'all can mess with me. You can play little sound redeems. Hopefully it's not too quiet for you, but I just want to keep pressing redeems. It's fun. And I also set up, let me try and lower my voice. Let me try and speak like a man. 1 second. Anyways, so sorry for the clap, the random clap. I set up a new redeem as well, for lurkers because, I know that recently on Twitch, they made a change to how viewers are counted, basically, and so unless you're, like, really active in chat, your view gets, like, removed, which sucks a lot. But I know a lot of people are lurkers, they don't really want to chat or have streamers, like, call out their name or anything, so, what I did is I set up this redeem called Lurker Check-In. So if you don't want to, like, have me say, oh my gosh, for example, like, the green snack, welcome in, oh my gosh, like, oh, that comment, whatever you said is so funny. If you don't want me, like, calling you out by name, you can redeem the Lurker Check-In. It's literally 1 channel point, so it's not like you have to save them up or anything. And that will just help me a lot by letting Twitch know that you're watching. And I will not be like, if it pops up in the chat, I'm not gonna be reading it like, oh, thank you so much, blah, 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 for checking in. Like, it'll just pass by in chat, and you can continue to lurk, continue to watch, but that should help, my stats somewhat. So yeah. Like a true landlord, Twitch is evicting the lurkers. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a pretty recent change, but a lot of streamers have seen like drastic changes to their stats since then. Like I saw someone on Twitter, I think today or yesterday, saying that they went from like 75 average viewers to like 25 after that change. So it is a pretty big difference, just because they count less people based on like interaction and stuff. I guess they do that to avoid bots because I know there's just a lot of random bots that lurk sometimes. Yeah. Like the intention is good because obviously you don't want people like view botting, but it does mean that like actual viewers don't get counted, which can suck. Nifrin, I'm all good. Planning my own demo, so it's nice to watch you work on yours. Oh, nice. Looking forward to it, Nifrin. What kind of game are you working on? That's so cool. There is like, I think it's thunder outside. Yeah, it's still pretty cloudy out, so I might get some rain and keyboard taps ASMR. If it starts like raining pretty heavy and you can hear it on the mic, I'll turn off my music for a bit and we can have an ASMR moment. But yeah, so I made all those little changes to the stream, added some redeems, also updated my Nightbot so that, because yesterday, I know we kept getting a lot of the same questions, which I don't mind at all. Obviously, if people are just hopping in the stream, they're not going to know. But for example, we have, when people ask like, oh, what are you coding in? We can do RunPy and it'll give information. I'm coding for the RunPy game engine, which uses Python and is designed for developing visual novels, just to make things a little quicker. And in case I'm like brain farting and I don't know how to explain myself, I have a little command for it now. I like the sound of rain. Yeah, me too, Bad Max Lad. So peaceful. Yeah. And I might change this, like, I have some more upbeat music today, but I did like the very chill one that we had the other day, so we might go back to that as well. I don't know. But this one's definitely a bop. I was just like sitting, like I hit the start stream button, and you know, I always take a couple minutes before I actually like hop on just to let people come in, but I was just like vibing to the music. I was just like bopping up and down. It's a visual novel point and click hybrid, but I'm making it in Godot. Biggest hurdle now is to make all the art. So true. I keep saying I want to learn Godot. It seems easy, but also hard, and also I have so many projects already that I feel like I should finish my current projects before I start learning a whole other engine, but I definitely want to learn Godot. That sounds so fun. And yeah, big mood on like, oh, I have this whole game, but I need to make art for it, and that's gonna take as long as like the rest of development combined. It's such a hurdle. Rain? Yeah, I guess it was raining somewhere else. Oh my god. You freaking troll. Do. Yeah. We always find a way to bring it back to the Delta runes. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? Yeah. Okay. My brain, all the brains are braining. I made a note so that I wouldn't forget what I wanted to do. So let's pop over to VS Code. Here. Boop. Okay. First thing I wanted to do, because I went back and I rewatched my VOD from the other day to like review what I did and see if I wanted to make any changes to the existing code. One of the things I did was the %s. Here it is. Okay, these should be, yeah. Cause we had this whole discussion about like, oh, I shouldn't put a space in my file name, but I think I'd rather have the space than the underscore, because like the way that this underscore %s works is RunPy replaces the %s with whatever, basically whatever string should be there. That's what the S is for string. So for an image button, if you have an item, or if you have an image file that is named this, and then either hover or idle, it'll find that image and use it as needed. And so I like to have like the name of the image and then space and then hover, or space and then idle. So I think I'm gonna change it back. I'm gonna change it back. And then what else? I think I changed this on stream, but if I didn't, I'm gonna go in and change it. Selected item equals none. Okay, I didn't change it. I'm going to change it. Because essentially this line is redundant. We don't need this line. Because I haven't set up the screen yet, I'm going to. But we have this screen that when you select something, it brings you to this label. And if you back out, then it doesn't. So we don't need this if not selected item equals none. Because if you're here, it's because you selected an item. So we can actually remove this line. And then we can set it to none just to make sure nothing breaks. But honestly, we shouldn't even really need to set it to none. Here we go. So I'll just do that for all of these really quick. Oh, I'm gonna need to remove the tab. Dang it. If not, yeah, we don't need this. Okay, so we're gonna go through all of these and take out a tab. Yeah, and we don't even need this because it'll jump us there. Yeah. We're just making things more efficient, and by more efficient I mean like we literally don't need that. That code is never going to be read, so yeah. This is why we review our code and we don't just leave it there. But sometimes in the moment, I am stupid. I am stupid, I am fearless. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay, that should be good now. Let me save. Yeah. Is it a house code or outside code? Huh? I can't tell if this is a joke or a genuine question. What? Oh, like a house code, like, oh. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. And then now we can get to the actual work that I was gonna do today, because those were just like cleaning up my code from yesterday, things that I noticed while reviewing the stream. So, okay. We need to set up the inventory stuff. Oh my goodness. Where? So, I want to basically, if you imagine like here's the screen, right? Here would be like in the top left corner would be like a back button for if you're zoomed into a certain area of the room and you want to go back, or if you're in the examine the room screen and you want to go back to the like menu, there's a arrow here in the top left corner. And then in the top right corner, I'm thinking we could have like a little briefcase icon and you can toggle it on and off to summon like the inventory grid. I think that's how it is in Franbo, except it's on this side. It's on the top left side in Franbo. I think that's right. It's like her little like pocket bag. Pocket bag? What is it called? Not pocket bag. Her little handbag. I think it's in the top left corner in Franbo. But it makes sense to me to have a back button in the top left corner, so we can just put the back button and the toggle briefcase image. So instead of having one back button for everything, we can have a briefcase image. Because I'm imagining, like I said, the inventory is just like 5 slots. It's not like a huge bunch of items thing. So I'm thinking we could have just like a little pop-up, but it doesn't take up the whole screen. Like, Like if you click the briefcase here, then like it comes over the top of the screen here, but the rest of the screen is still visible. Does that make sense? Am I explaining myself? So let's do screen. It's gonna be something similar to this. Screen. Briefcase. And this will... I want it to be like a thing that toggles on and off the other screen, but I'm not sure. I might be able to do that. Wait. I think I have that in this other script. Which, we're gonna be taking a lot of the inventory stuff from this script, so... Not this. Not this. Where is it? There's like a toggle thing. Toggle screen. That's exactly what I want. Toggle screen. Okay. So, image button, briefcase, focus mask true, action will just be to toggle. I don't think we need any other action for it. Toggle screen. Inventory. Inventory screen? Yeah. And this doesn't need to jump too, because it's just gonna toggle. Perfect. And then we just use a briefcase. Should it be briefcase button? Yeah. Button. And then use briefcase button. Like that. Now we have the back button and the briefcase button, and they work pretty similarly, but they're not the same thing. Okay. Unrelated. What does this say? Unrelated, I sometimes forget that wingdings are an actual font, so whenever I go through the font list in a writing software and see wingdings, I giggle to myself like a crazy person. Being an Undertale fan makes us sound crazy. Like, it's so relatable though. Because I know exactly what you mean. It's like, whoa, Undertale reference? Oh my god. Okay, I think I will switch to the chill music. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. And I'll just turn it down a little bit. Yeah, now we got the chill vibes. Okay. So. Inventory. Oh gosh. Let me see if I need to do anything else really quick. Point and click screens. Sorry, I'm yawning. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna grab a lot of stuff from my other script here to start on that and modify it, basically. Okay, should I just use this? Oh my gosh, sorry. Should I just use this create button? Because I think that was a pretty good system, honestly. For item and list inventory. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, I'm gonna copy a lot of this. Why do I have two different things for view inventory and menu inventory? What was the purpose of this? Oh, this is the menu within the, okay, no, this is a different thing. I don't need this. And then this is like when prompted to select. Yeah. Okay. So for our case, for Unring the Bell, it's not gonna be that different. But let me see. Did I? Yeah, okay. Screen view inventory. I'm gonna change parts of this, but there's so many cars. So here we have 10 columns and 5 rows. I don't want that many. I want 5 columns and 1 row. 5 columns, 1 row. We don't need a mouse wheel. For item in, what did we call the list? For item in, oh my goodness. Inventory holding list. Why do I always name my variables like slightly different things in every project? Use, create, main inventory button. We don't need a use case for these because in the other project I was playing with having a little menu where you can use items on other items, like, you know, point and click. But here you're just gonna select one and that's it. How do I set the selected item variable? We're gonna hide this. We're gonna use back button. Use create main inventory, item, auto image. Oh, that's within the, okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh no. Okay. Toggle screen. The way I did this was with name, and now the items don't have names. Dang it, do I need to define them this way? Because that's so annoying. Because otherwise, how do you... yeah. Cannot believe that Kiri will make $1 Kirillion with this game. I'm crying. Okay, so basically what I want is I want to create an image button that will set the item that you select as selected item, and I want it to know what auto image to have. But in order to do that, I might need to do this. Let's see. Append. Yeah, I might need to do this, because this was a pretty good system. I don't want to, though. I don't want to. Let me start with this. Create. Main inventory button. No, I hate when it does that. Okay, so let's start with this, and then we'll see. So, create main inventory button with the variables name, auto image, and we're not going to have a use case. Use auto image at inventory size. Oh, that was a... I don't need that. Oh wait, maybe I do. Because what I was doing here is I was just using the same image, but like sizing it down within RenPy, which I could do. Or I could have like an... No, I don't want to make an image specifically for viewing it in the inventory. That's dumb. So we can take that inventory size. Yeah. Do I have a transform here or no? Okay. Transform. Oh. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm not explaining myself just because I already did this in a different project. But, yeah. It's for item in inventory. Use this. Because I don't think I can do, like, maybe I can. I don't know if I can interpolate stuff. Because if I can interpolate stuff, then I'll just do, like, you know, item %s, you know? But I don't think I can do that. Like that? I don't know if I can. Let me see. RenPy interpolate screen. I don't know if I can do that, or like within an image button. Because I think the interpolating is just the stuff in the parentheses that I'm calling on. And if not, I'll just set up the system that I had in the other one. It's just annoying, because I'll have to go back and fix some of the stuff I had already done. So we're taking out use case. We don't need to get the mouse. We don't need to toggle the inventory. We're not doing any of that. Action set variable name and that's it. Right? No, and also jump to jump to. Or no, that's for this. If we select... Alright. Hold on. I guess that's... My brain is suddenly working, suddenly kicking into gear. If we open the inventory when we're not being prompted to select an item, what are we opening it for? Just to see what we have? Should it pop up with like a... maybe the name of the item? That might be good. Unless we want to be able to use it from this screen, but I don't think... No. So let's allow it to toggle a screen, but it will be toggle screen item description, or like, yeah. Item description. This will literally be just like a little text box that pops up over the item. Oh, but then I need, This is so annoying. Because then I need to know like where the item is so that I can provide the description over that item. Maybe I could take like the position of the item in the... Okay, we're complicating this. I could take the position of the item in the list and assign that to different like X positions. So if it's the first item in the list, it'll always be at the same X position. If it's the third, it'll always be like in the middle. Does that make sense? Oh god. This is so annoying. Or I could just have it pop up in the middle of the screen always. I could just create like a little, like a square in the middle of the screen that says like the name of the item and maybe like a sentence or two about what it is and where we found it. That could work. Yeah, it could be like, I would need to like add an image, like add, let's say, description, square, .png, and then it could just be like text, like, who bonked me? How dare you? It could be like, depending on what the selected item is, you could have different text, basically. Let me see. I'm getting so sidetracked. This is like not important right now, but text. That's right, VBox. Oh, not this. Spacing 10? This is so inefficient. Why did I do it like this in Hexenhouse? What the heck? I bet this is something I could change with like styles. I did that in the programming for My Little Pop Star. I did like text styles for the first time because I was managing UI stuff for that. It's probably something I could do. Actually, let me look at that. I'm just gonna open like all my possible files. Let's look at the script. For My Little Pop Star. Oops. No, stop. Yeah, that's fine. So, no, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the credits. Where are the credits? Text. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Screen. Yeah, style prefix. That's what I'm talking about. But it's okay. So for example, if we do a V-box, and then we have the height and the, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember half of this right now. Basically I just want an H-box with the text, no, not an H-box, a V-box with the text and a V-box with the small description. I don't even know if I want a description. But if not, what is the point of the inventory? Just to look at it? It could just be like one line of text. It could literally be. Here, text. Yeah. There's a way to capitalize interpolated text. Hold on. Renpai interpolate shoot, I'm forgetting words. I'm forgetting words in the English language. String. There's a way to capitalize strings. Renpai capitalize interpolated string. String, not strong. String. Oh my god, I can't spell. I don't want it in all caps. I just want the first letter capitalized. Okay, it's this. Like that. Okay, so literally, if, like, let's say you click on the prayer beads image, a square will pop up in the middle of the screen, and it will say, prayer beads. And then you can toggle that on and off. I think I will also just add, like a transparent image in the background, so if you click off of like anywhere other than the square, it'll go away. Image button. I'm sure I have just like a blank one. Oh, there's so many people. Hello. Victor Emmanuel Ureña Napoles. Hello, welcome in. A quick question, are you familiar with Lambda? I feel like this is gonna turn into like a Ligma Lambda balls. I want you to know that the stuff you explained in your video about jumping and if statements was so ingrained to me that when I started using Renpai I did it automatically. Wait, really? Thank you so much, Joke Eater. I'm glad you found it helpful. It depends which video you're talking about, because if it was the Higginbottom Manor video, I did say some things slightly wrong, so oops. But I do hope it was somewhat helpful. From what I heard, getting sidetracked is what coding is all about. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's all I do. Like, I start saying, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then, well, if I want to do this, then I need to make this work first, and then I'm just off in a ditch somewhere. Rolling around at the speed of sound. No, I was gonna say, like, rolling down a hill. But yeah, like, what was I gonna say? That don't just use if statements for everything. Is that what it was, basically? Don't just, like, if this, then do this. There's so many good cases for interpolation. Let me check in my files. I think I have, like, a blank transparent image that I can use for this. It might be in the Hexen house, or... Actually, it might be in the Nurse Chiyu images. No, I can just set any image. I'll just... Here. Image button... Let's open that one too. Let's open the Nurse Chiyu script. You guys can see that. This is insane. This is even more insane. Okay. Points display. This is what I want. It can literally be like any image and then just action toggle or action, yeah, hide screen. Image button. Idle. Blank.png. Action. Hide. None. Yeah. Perfect. So then if you click anywhere on the screen, that will go away. Perfect. Okay. It was my first game and it's literally 30 seconds long, so it wasn't anything crazy. But it helped a lot to make a fancy little erase option if you've already picked it thing. Oh yeah! That's always fun to do. I'm glad. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with RenPy. That's why I was just talking about this the other day. Like, you can make it as complicated or uncomplicated as you want. That's like a fun little thing that you can do. It's not, it sounds scarier than it is, but it's very easy to, in a menu, just put like, only show this option if such and such is true. So that's cool. Here we go. So, this will be very similar to this. Oh no, we don't need to use the back button. We don't need to use the back button. We need to use the briefcase button, which should already be showing, but just in case we'll use it. Use briefcase button. Just in case. And then let's do all of this again, but we need to set this create yeah. Select inventory button. And instead of, yeah, it'll be very similar, but we need to have additional actions. Instead of toggle item description, it will jump to if select. Okay, how do I carry this through? So we have it here, the if select, and then we want to put this here as well. If select, if back. Hold on. Create, select, inventory button, jump if select. And hide inventory select item. Right? Anyway, gotta go hide copies of Pitch Perfect 2 around random office buildings and watch what happens. Good luck straight up coding it. Thank you for being here, Oris. Have fun with Pitch Perfect 2 and breaking into buildings, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out, how I want to do this. Jump if select. Name, auto image. I think that'll work, because then we just transfer it from here to here, which will go here, and then you can use it here. That might be too convoluted, but I don't know. And then we can have like a back button or a yeah, I guess it'll be a back button or it'll be like the back button, but not. Here. Image button, back button, but it'll be jump to if back. And hide inventory select item. I think that works. Because then, oh my gosh. Name and auto image. So it creates an auto image that has the item's name and jumps to if select if selected, and there's a back button that goes back if you hit back. Should it be a back button though? I think if I give players the back button and also the briefcase button that they can toggle as normal, then that way they have plenty of ways to get out if they want to get out, and it'll be fine. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't use the briefcase button as is. Because then it'll just close the screen and break things. So I can use a screen that is like the briefcase button, but like it looks the same, but it does not function the same. And we'll just jump if back. Oh wait. Here. Hide. Jump. If back. Hide. Okay. That will probably work. Again, all of this will need to be tested. I'll be doing some debugging if we get far enough in this stream. I will do some debugging, but that should work. I think that should, yeah. I could also just make versions of these buttons and use them in case I need to change them later. Screen, select, briefcase button, and screen, select, back button, and that way if anything changes, I can just do it easily. Yeah. Okay. And this one, use select briefcase button. Perfect. When prompted to select an item. Okay, so because we're doing the name and auto image, I'm gonna have to define the items, which I really don't want to do, but it's fine. Here we go. Oh, what the heck? Is that how I did it? Let me see. Name. Corkscrew. So these are... Oh, these are the image buttons, that's why. But this is the inventory. That's why. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And this is gonna mean I'm gonna need to fix some things elsewhere, which is great. Not annoying at all. It's fine. I think I will actually define these under here. That'll be good. Here. So we'll have default perfume. Name perfume. Auto image. Spilled. Spilled perfume space this. And there's no use case. And then the same for the earrings. And basically what this allows us to do is store information that can be used in the inventory screen. Diary. So instead of using strings here, we're using them as variable names. So we have the T. T. And the family photo. And the bracelet. Oh god, the name. The name. How do I deal with the name for this? Oh, I can just swap it out maybe. Bracelet. Hold on, I'll figure it out. I'm very smart, guys. I'll figure it out. So... oh, not family photo. I didn't change it. Should be 4-leaf clover. Okay. So now, everything has a name. And now, when I append things to the list, inventory, holding, list. Now when I append things to the list, I will need to use them, use the variable names instead of the strings, basically. I know I didn't say I was gone, but I'm back now. Yay! Welcome back, Bad Max Lad. Sorry, I'm like really locked in right now, so let's see. Okay, inventory holding list. If not, so instead of the string perfume, we will need to use the variable name basically. If not, no. In list? Yeah, okay, so we need to use the variable name. Inventory holding list. And since these are the variable names, I might even add spilled in front of them. I don't think that would be a bad idea. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Because otherwise it's gonna be easily... Yeah. Spilled perfume. Spilled earrings. And then I'll change that up there. Because again, this is currently for the demo, but I do want to eventually be able to use this for a full game with multiple levels. So we don't want things to get mistaken in terms of like variables overlapping in different places. So let's just make sure we're careful here. Okay. Perfect. And family photo. I love changing code after I've already done it all. It's so fun. It doesn't stress me out at all because I worry that I'm gonna miss something. Okay, let me just make sure that everything looks good. Oh, there we go. Oh, I missed a quotation mark. Okay, looks good. And then let's go to append and remove. Because now we will need to append the variable and not this string. Oh, again, spilled. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting. Okay. How are y'all doing over here? Still chill? Okay. I feel like I'm like babysitting y'all. I'm like, is anyone freaking out? Is everything okay? Have an air horn. Perfect. And then remove. Awesome. And then we need to go back up to the top where I defined all of those variables and fix them to match. Default, spilled perfume, default earrings, stuffed animal, diary, tea, there we go. Four-leaf clover. Awesome. So now this should have the correct names and auto images for the inventory. Will that work? I mean, if I want to debug it, I have to insert a bunch of images into my folder and name them, but we can do that. Struggling to finish a thing when all I have to do is hit send. You can do it! You can do it! Okay, so let me save this and see. I'm probably missing, like, obvious stuff. For one thing, the image button needs to be in the corner. Well, this one will already be in the corner. But some of these are gonna, like, overlap on top of each other. So let me set their rough positions really quick. Children vanity screen. Oh. You should be fine. I can do this, but but like the back button and the briefcase button I will need to define its position. Unless Hexenhaus has saved me. Why is my voice like that? Okay, yeah. I will need to define their positions. Okay, so the briefcase button. Left button? What are we doing? Why are we hitting the wall again? What's happening? Okay, image button align. That's what we want. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay. Well... This should be X and Y? I think? Yeah. Okay. 0.9... 0.0... And then this one can be 0.1, 0.0. Wait, how is it? What? Wait, that's not right. I put it in the wrong spot. Damn it. It's image button align, that's why. It's like something's not correct. Image button align. Oh my god. 0.9. That's why. I was like, why is this not working? Align. 0.9, 0.0. Image button align. 0.1, 0.0. And the same for the other back button. Image button align. 0.1, 0.0. The rest should be fine. Oh, the inventory I want to be up at the top. I don't think I need it to be a VP grid. RunPy VP grid. I don't need a viewport grid. I literally just need a box. I just need it to be in a box. grid. If I just do, okay, it's columns and then rows? Yeah, columns and then rows. So if I do grid 5, 1, does that work? That should. Yeah. And then I can remove this. And then I can, like, align it. Can I align it? Hello, Eltsforest Aethys. Crying while coding is so true. I'm glad you agree, you understand. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm like kind of quiet today because I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with this. Maybe I can align the whole screen. I can put this in a box or something. I can do like VBox align 0.5, 0.0? 0.5, 0.5? Is that what I want? Maybe? Oh, I don't even want it at 0.5. I want it at the top of the screen. What's the top of the screen? 0? I think that's right. And then we can do the same for this one. Spacing 5, all of this over. Yeah, this one's already aligned. We'll try that. Okay, so what I need to do basically, and I'm sure I'm gonna get errors when I run this. So we're gonna do some debugging for a minute here, probably like 30 minutes here. But before anything else, I need to find all the PNGs and give them stuff to work with, because otherwise it'll be like, there's no image named that. I don't know what to do. So let's find all the images that we just created for the image buttons, for the back button, all of that, and we'll create, like, I'm basically gonna grab them from Hexenhaus and pop them into Unring the Bell. So you're gonna see some random images that look like they don't belong. It's because they're from a different game, but I'm just using them for placeholders. So, back button. No. Spildrum Vanity, Spildrum, yeah, all of this. I'm literally gonna take rooms from Hexenhaus and put them in here. So, for example, we can take the bedroom background and pop that in as if that's the vanity, or as if that's the bed, let's say. Hold on. What else is in the bedroom? Where are the plants? Where is the plant? Here it is, plant. That was gonna be for the bedroom, so... For the bed, we have the stuffed animal and the diary. So we will call... bed the diary. Oh, it needs to be spilled underscore diary. That's right. Spilled underscore diary and stuffed animal. Yeah. Because I know before any of this, there's other problems that I'm gonna need to fix, but it won't let me fix them until I do this first, so. PG bedroom closed. Dead screen. When you go here, it should call the correct background. I haven't implemented that, but I might as well. Scene. Should I do scene? I feel like scene is gonna break things. I'll add that later. I'll add that later. We'll worry about it later. I could even add it in here. It's okay. It's fine. Vanity. Which Hexen house room volunteers to be the vanity? Let's do the kitchen. Yeah, so let's have the cabinet be the perfume. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm literally like renaming images in my file explorer, so obviously I'm not going to show you that. Okay, perfume, and we need some earrings. There's the vanity. Oh, I didn't do spilled. Okay. That's right. I think I had one that was just blank, right? Like blank.png. Yes. Okay, perfect. Vanity. Screen. Yeah. Okay. So we have the perfume, the earrings, stuffed animal, the diary, and then we need the tea and the family photo. I'm almost done here. I have so many things open right now. Oh my god. Mustard. Sure, let's use the mustard. Okay, We need the family photo, that's right. And then, okay, the bracelet and the 4-leaf clover, and then we're good to start checking things, I think. Spilled bracelet. Spilled bracelet. One more. Hello? Oh, here it is. Okay, okay, okay. Come on. No. This. Okay. Spilled 4-leaf clover. And one more. Spilled 4-leaf clover. Okay. If there's other stuff, I think there is other stuff. Let me see. .png. .png. There's so many. Oh yeah, the briefcase. I might just throw some copies of the arrow in there and just pretend it's the briefcase. Briefcase. Description square. That's fine. Sure, the wine rack can be a square. That's fine. I just need to make sure that it works. It's not gonna look pretty. Dark. October. These are already in here. Hello. Okay. Okay, let's say that's good. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try and run the game, and before we even start, I know it's not gonna work. It's simply not. So we're gonna see what happens. Launch project. Parsing the script failed. I misspelled a line. A lime? Here it is. Line. Is that really the only error? Let's reload and see. Okay. That's right. Append. That makes sense. Okay. Let's reload. Great. Awesome. Inventory holding list is not defined. It is, though. Maybe because I put it after this. Or before this. Like, maybe I need to define it and then define this as the length of it. Because otherwise it doesn't know what I'm asking. Reload. Default quick menu true? Is quick menu is being given a default a second time. 193. Hold on. Why is it saying that on line 193? Oh no, line 271. Hold on. What? What? Quick menu is being given a default a second time. No, it's not. In screens? I haven't touched the screens. What? Oh my goodness. We've literally been in the script file this entire time. Why is it now telling me there's an error with the screens? I haven't done anything to the quick menu. What? Okay, let's see. Full trace back. In execute. Okay. In screens. Okay, I guess we'll open the screen. What? Line 271. Default quick menu equals true. Well, I haven't touched that. Why does that think it's an error? What the heck? Did I maybe like accidentally name something quick menu here? Menu? No. Quick? No. Menu? Because I could remove the quick menu, but I don't think anyone wants that. Why is this popping up as an error? This has never been an error for me before. Something that I didn't even touch and is default to the program is now saying, like, it's an error. What the hell? Quick menu is being given a default a second time. Quick menu is being given a default a second time. Okay, maybe I'll just like check for it in other places in the script. Because we have screens, quick menu. Okay, quick menu is not here at all. Maybe I'll just like close this and reload and see before I do anything else, because I have not made any changes to screens, and I have not added reference the quick menu anywhere, so I don't really know. Okay, let's launch project. Oh, it's working! Okay, let me see if I can get this up on OBS for y'all. Should be maybe game capture or window capture. UTB. Okay. Will this work? Okay. So we're gonna pop this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. UTB. So we're gonna go through the game and see if the inventory and things are working as expected. And if not, then we cry. Okay, there it is. So things we're checking for the point and click mechanics that we implemented, for the inventory that we added. If we can pick up multiple things at a time. Oh, I might mute the game actually. Settings, preferences. Mute all. Yeah. Return. Okay. Let's see when and if things break. Lol. Oh, I full screen and it broke. Okay. Well, not broke, but like it broke on OBS. There we go. That should be better. Yeah. Skip. We get to see this fun little animation. Ooh. Did I not implement the candle? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't get to. So, if y'all haven't seen Unring the Bell demo, this is our friend, spoilers, Spilled Milk, and his victim. And we're gonna play with him. Examine the room. Okay. Oh no! Image button does not have an idle image. Oh, I forgot to add those! I went through adding all the images and I forgot those, so let me add those. So now you see why it was important to, to add all the images, because Renpai just gives up. So let's do that. Unring the Bell, images, and then we'll go to Hexenhaus, images. Let's say that... Let's try and find things that are like approximately in the same spot. So in the bedroom in Unring the Bell, we have the vanity in the bottom left, the desk in the top left, the bed on the top right. Oh, and the bookshelf is like also on the left. Everything's on the left. Why did I do it that way? Okay, so vanity is gonna be these drawers. That's perfect. Spilled vanity. Okay, and then we need the, oh my goodness. We need the desk. Hold on. Hold on. These can be the desk, sure. This is gonna be messy as hell. Y'all are gonna be like, what is going on? You just gotta trust the process. Oh, not jam jars. I meant to rename that. Desk. And then we need the bookshelf and the bed. We're almost there. We're almost there. just don't remember what I already did and didn't use. This is the problem. Okay, I think this is fine. We'll use the honey as the bookshelf, which sounds insane, and it is. Spilled bookshelf. And what we'll use for the bed, we can use the dress. Okay, because I already used the bed for something else. Okay. My computer is complaining because I have too many files. Where's the dress? Where's the dress? Here it is. Okay, hopefully that's better. So let's try again. Let's reload. Ugh. Spilled room vanity. Okay, it's giving me an error again. Oh, it's spilled room? Why did I name it spilled room? Why did I do that? Whatever. I know why, but it's annoying. Because I didn't want to have, in case I had like spilled bed as like the name of the background, so it wouldn't overlap, but ugh. Okay. Spilled bookshelf, should be spilled room bookshelf. Let's fix that. Okay. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Okay. Now we might be good. Okay. Beautiful! Oh my gosh. Okay, so if we hit back, then it takes us back to this menu. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm so excited? Okay, so examine the room. This will take us to the bookshelf. The books. We don't have the prayer beads or the four-leaf clover. I don't know which is which. We'll figure it out. Four-leaf clover. Oh, let me think about this again. Why did it take me here? That's interesting. Let me find... I don't even know what screen that is. Let me think about this again. Hold on. Let's go to VS Code. Let me think about this again. Why did it take me to the... Huh? Why did it take me here when I picked up the clover? Oh, because I didn't put a jump. It goes right from here. It proceeds to the next label. Oops. Okay, where am I supposed to go? That's a big mistake of mine. Good thing I caught that. Well, caught that by making a mistake. Okay, so once you pick something up, it should bring you back to here. It should bring you back to your respective room. That's good to know. See, I did it here and then I just forgot. What the heck? Jump. That's very important. I did it the first time and never again. Okay, let's try that again. Let's close the game and start again. Yes, okay. But hey, it's working way better than I was expecting, so let's see. Launch project. Here it is. And let me pop it up on OBS. Okay. Start. We can skip all of this. Okay. Examine the room. So this should be the briefcase, which there's nothing in. Pick up the 4-leaf clover. And now we don't have the 4-leaf clover. Nothing's happening. When I click on the briefcase, it should be opening and showing me the 4-leaf clover, but that's not happening. So we need to figure out why. Oh, now something's showing up. Oh, maybe it's hiding behind this arrow? Whoa. What is that? Huh? This must be my description. Description square. Oh, of course. So, because it's supposed to be a blank PNG and it's not, then it's just covering the description, so we can't see it. Okay, let me... Do I have like a blank PNG I can use instead of that? Because that's not gonna work. Instead of this blank, it could be something else. But things are working, believe it or not. Things are working. Images. Let's use this, because this is pretty small. So we will do this as our blank. Delete this one. Mouse? Or not mouse. Pfft. I'm silly. Blank. So that should be good. And what was the other problem? This is not showing up. I don't know if it's because it's... Uh-oh. I can't close the inventory. That's not good. Oh, interesting. Okay. I have a feeling that my other inventory item is here somewhere, and it's just not showing up. Which is odd. Why does scrolling... Wait, why does scrolling let me go through the text? What the fuck? What? Why is that happening? If I scroll with my mouse wheel, I can go through the text and break the game. What? Is that Terraria music? This is original music from, what is the name of the site? I have it on my YouTube description. From... Dova Syndrome, which is a Japanese website that lets you use, royalty-free music. So you can use it for videos, for games. I also use Dova Syndrome music for, Hexen House, and I plan to add it to Unring the Bell as well. Okay, so I need to disable rollback, I think, because why is it literally, do you see that? I can literally like scroll back and go back through the, hold on. Scrolling goes back in RenPy? Is this like a known thing? How have I never known this before? Apparently, like, I know that you can disable rollback in RenPy. That's a thing that I know you can do, which is just preventing people from going back in their choices. But I didn't know that using the scroll wheel would do that. That's gonna break shit. What? So if I open my, okay, so I'm gonna use the scroll wheel so that I can do it in the opposite order and see if this shows up. Okay, so that's why. So I don't know if you can see it on OBS, barely. So my inventory is leaking off the side of the screen, which is really odd. Let's see. Inventory. Screen. Is it because I have the inventory box aligned to the center? That's still weird though, right? It should be aligned to the middle of the screen. I have 5 columns in 1 row, and it should be aligned to the middle of the screen. Why is it aligned to the very edge of the screen and falling off the screen? What? Obviously, some of the spacing is going to be weird because these are transparent images on like a larger background than what you actually see, but it's like, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Because I'm fine with players like saving and like safe scumming, but I don't want you to be able to literally scroll through what you just did in a point and click game. That's weird. Yay, this works now. 4-leaf clover. Prayer beads. Oh, cool. Okay, so functionally everything is working. It just looks jank as hell. I don't know why it's on the side of the screen like that. V-box align 0.5.0. Maybe the V-box is aligned, but the grid is not aligned within the V-box. Maybe I can do like align 0.5.5 or something and see how that works. Let's go here. Oh wait, that's not right, is it? Also, why do I not have my... Oh, I think I forgot to include the briefcase in some screens. Hold on. So you see, this is why we test. This is why we test. I don't think I did use briefcase button on like most of the screens. So let's do that really quick. That's right, okay. Use back button and use briefcase button. I need to do that. That's why. It's like, why isn't it showing up? Because you didn't include it. Numbnuts. There we go. So let's quit again and restart. Oh, it's struggling. It's struggling. Everything's lagging. Okay. Let's see. So I've added the briefcase button. We'll see. I would also like to, I won't do it right now, but I would like to include like a grid that you can see behind the inventory, and that'll be like something that I draw, like just an image, boop, and then on top of that is where the grid spaces go. But obviously that's an issue for later. Let me see. Launch project. Now things are happening. Now things are moving along. This is why we do it. Start, skip. Okay. Examine the room. The victim's bedroom is small. There's a vanity against the wall. Okay. And if I go back, we shouldn't see that description again because I have a variable checking if you've already seen it. Perfect. Books don't seem to be organized. There's a set of prayer beads and a 4-leaf clover. Here's the 4-leaf clover. So now we have a set of prayer beads and no 4-leaf clover. I might, do a thing where, like, you only see that description when you're entering the room and not every time you click on something, because that is a little distracting. Pick up the prayer beads. Like, I might only have these things when you come from here, and not every time you click something. So, see, like, it's not showing all my items. Prayer beads. So let's try picking up 5 items and then picking up a 6th and see if it asks me, if it prompts me to put something down. I needed to close the briefcase when I'm not using it, because, or like in between screens and stuff. Pick up the locked diary. Okay, so now we have 4 items. Let's pick up a 5th, here. So now we have 5 items. You can't see them all on screen for whatever reason. But now we have 5 items, and let's try to pick up a 6th. My briefcase is full. Should I put something down? And it broke. Which I figured would happen. Spilled pickup family photo is not defined. Interesting. Spilled pickup family photo is not defined. Well, these are our variables. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Okay. So let's see. I need to figure out how this works because maybe it just needs to be in quotes. That might be it. I think it might need to be in quotes. When I define things here, corkscrew. No, I think it needs to be in quotes. I think that's what it is. Okay, so let's do call screen. And we'll fix it for all of them. Because it's not a variable, it's the string that will be interpolated to tell the game where to go. So it makes sense that it would get confused. It's the name of a label. And then while we're at it, before we relaunch the game, I will set it so that you only see the descriptions when you enter from the wider room. Which will take some label finagling. What the heck? Why is it? I did not put a quote there. And it is rude of you to tell me that I did. No! It did it again. Why is it doing that? I don't... It's because I have this highlighted, so it thinks I want to put quotes around the thing I highlighted. I hate that. And now I'm gonna need to check if it did that to any other ones while I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I think that's good. And then let's find the descriptions, vanity screen. So here. This is the descriptions, and then we can have a label that is just to control the screen. Label, spilled room, vanity, controller. Or maybe, yeah, that's fine. So now when we want to go here without reading all the descriptions, we can add this. Labels, build room, bed, controller, this, yeah. And here, I don't mind this going back to the description, maybe? Yeah, I don't mind it going back to the description because it confirms that you didn't pick anything up. Pro-gaying, let's go. You're insane. Watching from the cancer doctor. Hi, the M stands for mom. Hope everything's okay. Sorry that you're at the cancer doctor for whatever reason, whether it's yourself or someone else. Did you read Rapunzel's Revenge yet? I have not read it in 2 days, no. Unfortunately, but I do need to look it up because it sounds really cool. Welcome back to the stream, by the way. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's okay if we bring you back to the description. I think that's fine. But when you pick something up, I want it to not. So let's continue. Label. Desk. Controller. And labels, build room, bookshelf, controller. That should work. Okay, let's save and try the game again. Launch project. But see, like, things are janky, but things are actually working to some degree, which is awesome. I'm really excited. Okay, let's see. Okay. Start. Skip. So much of this dialogue needs to be rewritten. It's horrendous. Okay, so let's pick up 5 items. Oh yeah, I need to fix the briefcase, the inventory staying open on different screens, like as you progress through different screens. Because if I leave it open like this, I can just have it open on top of everything while I go around, and I don't think that looks the best. I think I'd rather hide it when you're not in like point and click mode. Okay, so now we have 5 items. And my briefcase is full. Should I put something down? No! Oh no. If back is not defined? Oh no. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to refer to my other program really quick and see how I handled this. Let's see. Jump to? Did I have like a default jump to? I didn't. How do I pass a variable from one screen to another? Because that's what I need to do right now. I guess I could just... No, I can't though, can I? And I don't think there's a good way to interpolate within a screen unless I'm stupid. Okay. I don't think so. Sorry. Because right now my if back... Oh, maybe it's this? Well, I haven't defined it there, but that's not the problem I had. Here, if back. Create button. Use select back button. Oh, I just didn't type it here. Is that the problem? That's a problem. If back. Hold on. Wait. Use select back button if back. Use select briefcase button if back. Is that what it is? I don't know if this will work. Reload. Grid over full. Interesting. What does that mean? Grid over full. Python or RenPy? Oh, is it the spacing? I don't know what grid over full... I mean, I can infer what it means, but why? Grid 5-1 over full. Grid. Over full. I have no idea why it would be a problem. Grid over full? Aww. Grid over full. There should only be 5 items in the grid, because there are only 5 items in the inventory. Spacing 5. What? I don't even know. If I added too many items to your grid, increase your grid size or decrease the number of things you're putting in the grid. But there's only 5 things in the inventory. I don't... What? 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 Here, let's close it. Let's just close it and try again. What the heck? I keep like... It gives me one issue, and I try to solve the issue and see if it fixed it, and then it gives me a different issue, like, completely unrelated. And I'm like, huh? This is what real programming looks like. Let's see. Ugh. Start. Skip. Skip. Examine the room. Let's pick a bunch of stuff up. Oh, and now it doesn't give me the description, which is good. We have 4 things in the inventory. We have 5 things in the inventory. And should I put something down? Grid over full. What? It's specifically this one, which let's see. In the inventory screen, I included one extra line. I'll add that here and see if it changes anything, but it's just the align. It's the align 0.5.5. That's the only thing that's different. Oh, is it because... Hold on. So, for each item in the inventory, I am creating an inventory, or an image button using this function, this screen. So let's find it. Create select inventory button. Use select back button. I think that doesn't need to be there. Because that's already here. This should, yeah. Why was that there? Maybe that's what the problem is. It's trying to create the back button and the grid button? I think that's what it is. Okay, that actually might have been the problem. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, okay. Should I put something down? I put down the diary and pick up the family photo instead. Oh, grid over full. Did I not remove... Maybe I didn't remove the item when I said I put it down? Oh, I see. I appended the new item, but I didn't remove the old item. That's good to know. So selected item. I need to find where I set the variable of selected items. So that would be in the inventory. Okay. So in here, set variable selected item name. Okay. So that means it's not the variable, but like the string name. The string name is selected item right now, which means I can remove. So everywhere I did append, I need to remove the old item. Yay! Okay, that's an easy fix, and that makes sense that I would have forgotten to do that. So let's just copy paste this. And we should be able to just remove selected item. Oh wait, no. So we need to not clear selected item until we've done this. Remove spilled. Oh shoot, remove selected item? Oh no, I've created a trap for myself where selected item is the string, but I need to remove it based on the variable name. Oops. Well, hold on. Selected, I can just create a selected variable. I think, maybe. Remove. I think that'll be fine if I do this. And then I'll just create it in the, I don't know if you know, but you're streaming the error log. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting to switch screen. That's my bad. Okay, so we need to add this everywhere we've appended an item to the inventory so that we remove the one that we put down. Okay. And then we need to add the variable up here in set variable. We can do that. Selected item name and set variable. Oh. Selected variable. And it'll need to be like. Oh. God. No. It needs to be the item. The item in the list. Okay. Item. I don't know if that'll work. Item name. So let's add that to the select inventory button. I think that'll work. Becometh chibi. Oh, I missed this. Okay, I gotta go lurk again. Thank you for being here, little toucan. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to hang out in the background. Here, let me switch to chibi mode. Yippee! I don't know how long ago you redeemed that. I'm sorry. Creatura. It wasn't too long. I thought I put a sound effect on the redeems, but I didn't hear it at all. Okay, this should work. We'll see if it actually does. Lol. Okay, so let's launch project again. And then soon I'll have to end stream, but we've made a lot of progress. Once I'm sure that this picking up and putting down is working somewhat, then I'll feel good to end stream for the day. But I'm really happy with what we have so far. Okay, examine the room. Let's pick up a bunch of stuff. There's 2 things. There's 4 things. There's 5 things. And let's try for a 6. Should I put something down? Select this. Not in list. Not in list. Well, I didn't put X. I put remove item. Heck. Selected variable. X not in list. Is it because it's not interpolating? Because that's annoying. Dang it. Okay. Interpolate in... What even is this? Set variable... No, selected variable. Nar. This sucks. Okay, if I want to remove selected variable. Come on. I could have assumed that this wasn't gonna work, but it makes me mad that it doesn't anyway. X not in list. Selected variable item. For item in list item. Maybe I need to Bleh. Maybe instead of item, I need variable. I make things so complicated for myself. I think that will work. And then what we'll do is we'll just copy the variable name and put it in the list. Variable. I don't want it to be in quotes though, because then it'll treat it like a string, and it's not a string. I think that'll work. No. I'm sure there's like a clearer way to do this that I'm not thinking of, but I just need it to work. I just need this to work. I think if I don't put it in quotes, then it's gonna say, like, it's gonna be recursive. And then it's gonna say that, like, oh, you're defining the variable as itself, and then, like, it's gonna freak out. But let's try it. Let's see if it doesn't die. If it super does, then we'll figure something else out, but... let's try. It's probably gonna break. Like, even worse. Like, even worse. Just came here, so no context, but maybe when full inventory, if you pick others, now there are 6 items, which is not supported by the grid, so the solution would be create an if statement to check if full. Thank you, Gabriel. I figured out, you are somewhat correct. Basically, I had 6 items, because I wasn't removing them from the list. I was just appending without removing anything, so that's why it was, like, over full. Which makes total sense. I was just being dumb. Okay, so let's try again. This is probably gonna be even worse. Yeah, it needs to be in quotes. It needs to be in quotes. So if it needs to be in quotes... Okay. We're gonna see if it works, and if not, I will just cry and die and fall on the floor. Okay, so now when you set selected variable, it should set it to that. And then it should remove selected variable. But I'm afraid that because it's in quotes, it's going to say that it's not in the list. And then I'm going to cry and die and fall on the floor. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I just messed something up. Oops. I just pasted it in the wrong spot. Okay, here. That that would be helpful if I put it in the right spot. Reload. X not in list. Okay, let's try it again without the quotes. Okay, let me... Okay. All I need to fix is this, because I just put it in the wrong spot. And now let's try. Reload. Yeah, not defined, I figured. Because you can't put the same variable inside of the same variable. Ugh. Okay. I need to remove it, but I need to remove it using the variable name and not the string name. Okay, let's go back. Remove. So this is what we're actually having problems with. Remove selected variable. The real problem is that I just can't interpolate here. I think that's what it is. Okay. How do we remove the variable? How do we remove it from the list? Dang it. Dang it. Here. RunPy, interpolate, remove from list. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at people's examples on the internet to see if I can understand. Here, let's see. RunPy, append. Let's just start from the basics. Let me see. How do I use append and remove? Because I think that's the problem that I'm having, is I'm like trying to do things that are not possible. Cause like obviously if it's a real problem, right? We can take the yondev route and just do if selected item is this, remove this item from the list. And just type it out. That way we have the variable name. Which might, like, if I don't have another solution, I can do it the messy way. Because this is not working. This is, like, stupid. So, you guys are gonna be like, this looks so dumb, Kiri. What are you doing? But I think that's what it's gonna need to be because I can't with this. If it works, it works, and it's gonna work. It's just gonna look stupid. It's gonna look like I don't know how to code. It's just that I have two names for the same thing, and I don't know how to use it. And even if I was using this name, I still wouldn't be able to interpolate, which is the problem that I have. I just can't interpolate once I select an item. That's the problem. So, selected variable. Let's go to these. So we're gonna commit the cardinal sin, and we're gonna use a bunch of if statements. If selected item, and I'll do all of this off stream, but equals perfume. It should be the string names because it's based on the name that I set within the definition. Remove spilled perfume. Like, it's gonna be so dumb, but that's... Oh wait, it shouldn't be perfume because we're picking up the perfume, but it's fine. Okay, let's just do this. And then we'll just copy paste this in all of these. Later on, I'll figure out, like, a more nice solution, I'm sure. Like, I'll come up with something and I'll be like, oh, duh, why didn't I just do that? Here, earrings. Did I do earrings? Why did I bracelet? Whatever. Earrings. Yeah, because I need to go soon anyways, so let me just do this really quick. Because if it works, it works. Stuffed animal and diary. And then I'll just copy paste this into all of the slots. Diary. The T in the family photo. And this should be bracelet, and then prayer beads, and 4-leaf clover, bracelet. Oh Oh, it's just bracelet. We don't have multiple versions of it, which is good. And 4-leaf clover. Oh wait, do we not have multiple versions of it? Are we sure? No, we do actually. Okay. Prayer beads. Where am I? And 4-leaf clover. And this looks stupid because it is stupid, but I've kind of coded myself into a hole. So you know. So instead of remove and add a new item, you can overwrite the new item in the same position of the old one. That would be great if I knew how to do that. Lol. Let me see if there's like a way to do that. Let me see. Python replace in list. I think it would have to be based on like the position of the item in the list, like I don't know how to... Sorry, I'm like reading now to see if there's an easy way to do this. You can use the enumerate function to find where it is, basically. And then you can modify the element. Like, that's definitely possible, and it would probably look nicer, like, for the player. But also, functionally it's not that different from this. It would just be like this, but instead of just removing, I would be like modifying it. Maybe I could do that. When I have some time to sit down and figure out how to do it. Instead of just removing and tacking the next one onto the end of the list, I could try and do that. But the problem is I would then have to find, like, enumerate for the selected item, and like it would change every time. So that is something I could technically do. It's not a bad idea. Okay, so now for each of these we can remove the one that obviously is already there. So like for perfume, we don't need the perfume. I don't need to remove this, but like it's just gonna, you know, it's never gonna be there, so might as well take it out. Okay, this is the tea. This is the family photo. Like I said, this is a quick fix, so it's gonna be bad, but I just need it to work and then I can make it nicer in the future. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Well, no. Have I been doing it wrong? No. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. These should be fine. Yeah. Okay. Face reveal when? Actually my face reveal is on my TikTok if you want to go look. I've posted a lot of cosplay content on there if you want to see my face. What's this inventory for? This is for my, this is for my indie demo. It's supposed to be like a point and click sort of situation where you can pick up items and use them, to exorcise a demon. It's looking very messy right now because I just kind of need it to work, and I'm gonna see if it does. So let's reload. You can tell I'm like a very beginner coder, but I'll try and clean it up in the future when I have some time. I just need it to like get the job done for now, and then we'll make it better. Okay, let's pop this up. For a game, yeah, it's for a, I'm about to show you. It's for a visual novel, point and click game. This is all very rough graphics. You're gonna see it's a hot mess right now because we're dealing with like demos and stuff and like random images to show what I'm going for. This is a mess. But GitHub link, I don't have a GitHub link, but I do have the original demo. I am updating the demo, but I can send the currently published version of the demo in the chat for you. Let me find it for you. I have a command for it on Twitch side, but not on YouTube, so I have to send it manually. 1 second. This is the game. So the version that I just sent was from about a year ago. I made it for a game jam, and I'm just trying to update it right now. But yeah. So let's see if this works. So we have these items. Okay, so we should have 5, and then should I put something down? Ooh! Did it work? I think it worked. So now if we go back, this is back. This is back where it was before, which is what we wanted. Would love to collaborate. Oh, that's very sweet of you. For now, this is a solo dev game, but I'm working on lots of projects, so if you have anything in particular you want to work on together, feel free to reach out on Blue Sky or anything like that. Can I contribute? This one in particular, I'm working on solo, but I do really appreciate it. What kind of stuff do you usually work on? Are you like more of a programmer side of stuff, or, because I like to do programming and art and writing, and obviously it's a lot, but okay, so this does seem to be working. I need to make it so the inventory closes when I'm switching screens. Okay, but this is back where it was. Oh, it's working. Okay, it's working. I'm so happy. Awesome. Let's try to pick something else up. Should I put something down? So cool. Oh, this is awesome. Yes. Oh, I hit the desk. Yay! Okay. So, everything's ugly, the code is bad, but it works, and that's what's important. It works! You're an AI engineer and have developed an AI engine, game engine for weather stuff. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Like for predicting the weather, or like a game based around weather? Interesting, if you know what I mean. Maybe I do. I'm not sure. Perfume. Tea. Family photo. Yeah, so unfortunately... Oh. Unfortunately, not all the items are visible on screen, and I'll need to figure out why that is. Maybe the spacing is too large? I do also have... These images are larger than they look, so that also probably isn't helping. So I need to make sure... Yeah, I think That's a good point, Kiri. That's a good point, self. So, the way that I have these images set up, right, is it's the size of the full screen and the image placed where it needs to be on screen for it to meld with the background. Obviously, it doesn't work here because these are assets from a different game. But if I want this to work in the inventory, I will need to have inventory-specific versions of the images that are cropped to not include all of the transparent space in the background. Because that's why this isn't working. That's why this looks weird. And that will allow them to be closer together as well. Because right now they're as wide as a full screen and not like squares. So I need to create versions of the images that are just a square with the item inside, and those will be displayed in the inventory. Which is not hard to do. It's just something I need to keep in mind when creating assets. But functionally, this is working. Perform a write. Perform suppressing write. What should I use? I have the T. Should I perform the write? Yes. Then I shall proceed. Here, back. I stand before an unholy and dangerous being. At this time, it threatens a human life which cannot be tolerated. In accordance with the regulations enacted by the Order of Exorcists, I shall weaken it in preparation for its final dismissal. May both the victim and I be protected during this holy rite. I hold a cup of herbal tea in both hands. I bow my head. Why did I do like a run-on sentence? It should have been like holding the cup of herbal tea in both hands, I bow my head. Obviously the writing is gonna need some edits, but how did I not catch that? I ask that this water be cleaned of all impurities. I ask that it may become a worthy vessel. I further ask that it be sanctified, so that it shall ward off and cause harm to any unholy attackers that would endanger us. May it be so. The tea ripples gently, almost seeming to sparkle in the candlelight. It hasn't changed from its deep brown color. I dip my hand into the liquid, then flick heavy droplets of it at the presence. Holy water? Is that what you thought? I see. You really think you can cleanse her of me, but I am sure now. You are not good enough. You're bluffing. Am I? Those words hang in the air. The suppressing rite is complete and the presence has taken an initial blow. Of course, this rite can be performed again as needed. Cool! It's working! Weather changes according to regions and wind physics according to day and night and altitudes. TikTok link, please. Oh yeah, I guess I probably don't have my TikTok linked in my in my link tree, do I? Probably not. Here, let me link my TikTok, I guess. Let me dox my face. Face reveal. Whoa, I think this should work. Lol. Yeah, I used to do cosplay, so there you go. But yeah, oh, this seems to be working. I'm really happy. Perfume, tea, family photo. Yeah, stuff isn't clicking. Stuff isn't showing up on screen. Oh, I need to add like a line of dialogue about like, am I gonna show it to her? Oh, that didn't work. The victim is being hunted because, that's not right. Hold on. Show. Build talk V? That's, something isn't right. When I showed her the item, it should have... Jump spilled menu, yeah, it should have jumped. Let me see. Show spilled V, nothing. Show spilled V. If item equals stuffed animal. Oh, I know I jumped because not all the items are in here yet. So it didn't know where to go. That makes sense. I haven't finished writing all the scenarios, so. And then it must have just gone somewhere random. That's funny. I see. Okay. No, it makes total sense that it would do that. That's just the game isn't ready. The game isn't done. Okay. I'll need to put like an else. The game is broken. Else, Kira, you forgot to write this. Okay, but the good thing is it's working. And the bad thing is I need to go. But thank you all so much for being here. We got so much done. I'm actually like really happy with this. I know it looks and is coded jank as hell, but ultimately, like, it works. It works. Which is crazy. I'm really happy. So everything's good and shiny and sunshine and flowers and rainbows. Hello, Yulia! Welcome in! Unfortunately, I was just saying bye to chat, but I do really appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. I am just wrapping up because I do need to go. Otherwise, I would stay longer, but I legit need to go. But I appreciate everyone who's been here. Here, let me swap over to my usual PNG tuber for a second here. Oh, okay, goodbye, enjoy life. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to kick you out. Hope you can catch us on the next one. Because this was really productive and fun. So, but yeah, I got a skedaddle. Thank you guys so much. Keep learning, keep programming, keep doing cool things. Okay. Let's do one last, like, sound redeem or something. What do y'all want, a bonk? We can bonk me. Okay. I gotta go. Until next time. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. No, I'll use cursor forever because a programmer kicked me. I forgot to say, unfortunately, I, will not be streaming until, like, next Wednesday probably, because I got scheduled for work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so I can't stream those days, unfortunately. So I'll be back as soon as I can, but it won't be as soon as I would like. Yeah, work, ew, I agree. So yeah, I'll be back when I can. I always try to stream at least once a week, so probably a week from now, I will see you guys. But thank you so much. See you next time. I gotta run.